Greetings, it's Intuitive Jakob, and I'm back to do a reading on love and relationships. It's going to be a 6-card reading with this spread that I'm going to explain, and we're breaking them down by tribe. So check your sun, your moon, your rising, and whatever delegations you prefer. We'll also be doing a Romance Angels card in addition to this spread with the Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot, and I might even pull out the Sibilas to take a look at weird things if they pop up during the reading and we want a little more information. The 6 cards that we'll be reading will go in this fashion. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. First card is going to be their story. So it's like what they're telling you or not telling you, what's going around. The second card is going to cover their thinking. So what they're really thinking about may or may not have anything to do with you. That's a good truth card there. Third card is their feelings. If you're looking to figure out how they're actually feeling about you in the deep down, this is the card that's going to tell it to us. Fourth is going to give us an idea of how they're acting, because some of them are walking a way that's different than the way they're talking and thinking, and that's a good way to figure out what's going on there. Number 5 is going to be outside influences. So who are their influencers? What's going on that's influencing the way they're behaving? And the 6th and final card is going to be what's happening over the fortnight, because it's like the book of things that happen in 2 sevens, you know, what the 7th sign is. It's that Z where we zipped up time into static reality, and boom, that's how they're going to be acting during that period of time. So I'll give it a 2 strong period. It could be the 2 weeks ahead of us that sort of flip-flop and intertangle, because that's really how free-flowing energy works and what a lot of people haven't been explaining to you. So hope you enjoy the readings. If you would like one with just your energy, hit me up at artoflove.me. I would love to take a look with just your personal information. And thank you for subscribing to this channel. I really appreciate those of you that hit me with a thumbs up and subscribe and leave a comment if you'd like. I always love to hear what you're saying and what's going on with your thought process in the readings. All right, we'll catch you on the inside of your reading. Hey, what's going on, Virgo? How you doing? It's good to have you here. Just doing some energetic hygiene here on your energy. Clearing these cards. We've got several different stones here to help us with balancing the energies. Here on your sigil on the board, I've got some boji stones for the masculine and feminine energies. Many of you are here to learn about your counterparts, and we're leaving room for the divine energies to show up, because in some cases we're removing karma out of the things that don't get to be present. And that's why I'm pulling energy out of these cards, and why we're protecting them with the Hamsa from Evil Eye Protection. And I've got one of my favorite yoga stones to use and for Reiki clearings. So this indigo gabbro over my own eye, so I don't see anything or hear anything I don't need to see or hear, just what you're here for. So, gonna do a little shuffling, and we'll get started with your reading. Some of these things I might actually speed up for you in the edit. Two cards just flew out here. Let's see here. A couple of pop-out messages here. The Two of Pentacles and the Hierophant in reverse showed up. Apparently you might be dealing with an Aries or a Taurus, and I'm hearing about like the job deal that's like wishy-washy and about whether or not it was worth it, especially if they made some sort of like proposition to you. I'm hearing it was either like sexual or overtly romantic, and it's like what the job teeter-totters on. I'm hearing for some of y'all, you know it's not worth it. I'm hearing that if that offer came over like the past 4 to 6 weeks, or happens over like the next 2 weeks while we're still under Mercury retrograde, it's one of those things that's just going to be like this all the time. Get some energies out of there that don't need being there. That's good. All right. What's going on, Virgo? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, my dear. So, we've got a devil showing up, looking at us upright. You dealing with some kind of devil situation right now, Virgo? I'm hearing for some of you all, it's like, wrong way to propose to a Virgo. Especially if they were putting their hand in your business some kind of way. Ugh. This is also sometimes not only an overbearing, possessive, sometimes absolutely ridiculously consuming energy, but could also be a Capricorn person who doesn't necessarily have to have those traits, but that's what's showing up here, okay? That's what's looking at us, Virgo. If that's a person I'm hearing, you definitely know who it is, and that might be how that person came onto you at work. And that might actually not be the person that's showing up in this reading, but they sure are looming, especially if you've been holding back on something you needed or wanted to do because of like a financial tie or encumbrance is what I'm hearing. So let's put this here because we don't need any evil energies on my Virgos. I'll get out of here. All right, what is going on in the relationship sector? What's happening? Let's see what their story is all about, because the one that you're interested in and why you're here is to find out what's under this card. So if they aren't telling it to you or yelling it to you, this is actually the story that's showing up. We've got the Sun in reverse. I'm going to flip all these cards first, and we'll talk about them. Sun in reverse is their story. Now, what they're really thinking might not be what you're hearing about, and that's what this card shows here. We've got Justice reversed. Okay? How do they really feel about you, Virgo? 6 of Cups reversed. Wow. Jeez. I heard head injury. I dropped something, but I heard head injury. So I don't know if that's what we're dealing with here, but it looks like somebody actually got ejected here. Like maybe fell off a horse. Wow. Okay. Car accident, perhaps? All right, let's see how they're actually acting right now. Temperance, upright. Okay. What are their outside influences? Ace of Cups. And how are they going to proceed over this fortnight period? Got the Knight of Cups in reversed. So this is a little bit all over the place, because I'm hearing that some people are toggling what they're going to do in a situation, especially if you're just finding out that this person might not have been the divorcee yet. Because I'm hearing some of you all might be navigating a little bit of a dicey situation where it's like, if they don't live and work together with the ex, which they might be, you might just not be hearing the truth about that, where it's like, no, it's my business partner, not knowing that there was some kind of relationship there. And I'm hearing for some of y'all, it's like, going to be finding out, because their story is that there's a child there that they're not talking about. I'm hearing for some of you all, and that's what this sun is that's upside down. And what might be surprising is that that might be a recent conception, and that what they're really thinking about is how to keep it hidden and how to not tell you. And why, although they might have been thinking about a reconciliation with some of you, I'm hearing it's like just keeping it at bay is what they're saying. And I'm hearing it's like the only way they can keep that balance on. And for some of y'all, this is the way that they're keeping the facade going. It's like, you know, that's the only way they can keep the energy flowing in their life. And that might be why they're showing up like temperance here. Especially if they have offers, because I'm hearing they might be living with somebody that if they're not living with them, it's like convenient to get the hand that they want because of how the situation is kind of covered up, because this was actually upside down. And I'm hearing that it's like they might have gotten real passive with you about whose move it is and why they're just waiting for somebody to actually show up for them instead of being the one to take the move. That's kind of rough. So I'm hearing for some of you all, it's like you might have been waiting for them to say that they wanted to be at least obligated to communicate with you better. That's the words that I'm hearing. It's like I'm hearing somebody saying, I'm not trying to obligate you, I think that it's obligatory for us to have truth in our discussions if we're going to continue further, and that you've had this person that kind of shows up around you like, yes, I'm balanced, and I'm being this angel here that's really woke and managing their business pretty well. This is somebody that's like got their toe in the mystical things, and they're like, it looks like they're standing there, but they might really be more levitating than anything else, and managing how they galvanize and mix data is what I'm hearing. And that they're really good at it, because there's a lot of energy here, and I'm hearing the motives just might be kind of weird. For some of you all, this is purely carnal relationship and you don't care, especially if that person is strong in either Capricorn and or Sagittarius somewhere, because there's a lot of energy for that. In which case, I'm going to say, they kind of don't care how they treat you. If that's what's going on, like, I don't think that they really care, because justice showing upside down like that, if that's the case, that's somebody that is not on your side. That's somebody that is just like, I'm gonna get whatever the hell I want, putting you through whatever hell you go through with me. And maybe it's because I'm kind of miserable, because if there isn't a child, if this isn't one of those relationship situations, living with the ex, working with the ex, keeping it convenient, this person, if this is how they're actually showing up and this is their story, I'm hearing they might be spread real thin, or on real thin ice about something that's going to break out. And it's like trying to keep it covered, because justice is on their mind, and maybe they know that then it's like, wow, I didn't get away with it, is what I'm hearing. And so there's a little bit of Libra energy coming off of this, Libra Leo. And so I'm hearing for some of you all, you're dealing with multiple parties here, that it's like, if it's not that situation, and this is somebody that you feel connected to, extraordinarily connected to in some kind of way, and maybe considering even taking on some of those devil qualities that can be possessive and can also be the type of being possessed by something that would drive a person to move forward in certain actions. Because the devil, as a characteristic, if we're talking about the sun sign that could occupy as Capricorn, is actually a really tenacious, very good, awesome energy to have. And in that regard only would I say that, you know, that kind of possession would drive a person where they would seek their ambitions being met like a Capricorn person. There's just a lot of cautionary notes when we see that one showing up right. And then, you know, this person's really thinking in a way that's not justice sufficient, because that's showing upside down. So in some situations, you're dealing with somebody that might be dealing with depression because of something that happened. I'm hearing it might be because they're dealing with some kind of addictive situation they're leaving behind, especially if they're like a a mixologist. I'm hearing about somebody that might be like high profile drink creation person, like maybe they do some kind of show at a bar or entertainment thing. But I'm seeing somebody that is around a lot of influences with cups just going everywhere, and I'm hearing they might have been trying not to self-sabotage and feeling like they're not going to get anywhere if they stay in whatever that profession is, where they're like feeling like that is looming over them, and this is how they're showing up. This is this angel, but it's like the devil over here, over the whole reading, and what it feels like to be falling off of your horse or something. Because I'm hearing for somebody, this is like how they're really showing up as the person that might be responsible for that in some way. And how they feel about you deep down, I'm hearing this is somebody that just really came unglued around you, and they might not have known what to do. This is like lacking in emotional coping skills here for me, because this is a really nice soulmate kind of energy. This is recollecting on the past with a loved one in some way, where a loving exchange was made, where it was like more of a carefree time. And maybe, you know, some kind of proposal, even if it wasn't like, let me have your hand in marriage, my love. It could have been like, you know, hey, let's meet over these drinks, you know, or have a bite to eat. And if they're really feeling this way about you, it's really blocked for some reason. I'm hearing for some of them, it's like come unglued, and manipulations and like caustic insinuations over beverages, and like where some people just literally cannot perform without the aid of some kind of substance. And they just show me it's like playing it off like it's no big deal. Like hearing functional alcoholic, especially if there's a Sagittarius involved in that. Sagittarius something. It doesn't have to be sun, it could be moon rising, something else. That's how it's showing up here for us. And what I'm seeing them doing is like receiving the love. I'm hearing they're praised for this a lot. It's like how they get praised, and so it's like, sure, just have another one. We love you. Let's put another token in there. And they get tipped for it, and it brings some sort of emotional satisfaction. But it's like filling a bucket of holes with this person. It's like trying to fill a bucket of holes is what I'm hearing. It's like, put the token in here, and I pour it in this way, and then, hey, the baby goes upside down, and now we're off the horse again. But that's literally what I'm seeing happening here, and it's like spinning down the drain. And so I'm hearing for some of you all, you need to know this person might have checked out because they were just being selfish. I'm seeing somebody that's willing to be selfish here. I don't love saying that, but that's what I see. And some of it's just because they have so many people coming in. It's like, this is just constantly showing up for them. It's like, here's what you get for that. Here's your pat on the back. Here, have another drink. Have another tip. Because that's like new love showing up no matter what. And so I'm hearing some of y'all need to see this person. This is how they think. Justice. I got this anyway. And it's okay that I'm making my money. Because this is showing up here. 10 Pentacles with this devil action. And being like that around you. Hi, I'm woke as fuck. You know? And just like, yeah, we had that and don't really GAF. So what I'm hearing is, for the FORTNITE period, 2 weeks, you know, this book that opens up in front of us and we get to see what's happening. There's this person off the horse again, maybe with the drink. Wouldn't get in the car with them. And I'm also just seeing it's like, at the very best, if this is not this toxic emotional drunk person that plays it off, just somebody that's waiting for somebody else to take a move. And I'm hearing if that is this situation, this is a different love situation here, that it might have something to do with a separation and grounds that might be sought legally about this child, and these are pending energies and somebody that's been like waiting because they might have had some things in their mind that they just haven't been able to step out forward because they've been waiting on this situation. And I'm hearing it's like, if this is upside down because somebody's been like trying to come back to you, it's a rare situation. There's probably a child involved in some sort of breakup. And I'm hearing you may or may not know about that too much because they might have been playing it off real cool for some reason. All right, Virgo. Let's see what we can find out with these romance angels, because this might give us a little more clarity for some of y'all. And I'm going to encourage you to reach out to me if you would like a personal reading with just your private energies on it, because I can certainly do that for you as well. My information is right. Well, that way, that way. Book me at artoflove.me. I don't know which way I'm pointing. These cameras everywhere. But yeah, I can do one of these with just your energy if you would like. Virgo, you know, here. I literally just heard somebody say, I thought you were lost and forgotten, and now I don't even know what to say to you.
Distance, but that's not the only area that's going to be getting in on some storms. We have quite a bit of severe action inland that we'll have to contend with as well.
This turned on. Something just turned on my television with Weather Nation. I had a meditation going on there. So I hear that some of this is like literally freaky energies around you stirring up what you thought maybe couldn't happen or be true. Especially if you get some weird news about a justice not served situation around this person. All right, here we go. Stay optimistic about your love life. Virgo, this is good. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Some of you need to know that, especially if you're just here looking to find out about something that you already crossed off your list. Because I'm hearing for some of y'all, this is like just your confirmation about like, I'm glad I left that one behind, because I'm hearing some of y'all have like other options happening here right now, especially if somebody isn't making you a crappy job offer, like connected to some love and money. And I'm going to go ahead and just pull some Sibilas on this, because I'm hearing for some of y'all, this is the separate thing going on. This is what's ahead of you now for leaving this other crap behind. Positive thinking is actually something that will help, and also taking a step, a guided step of faith. And if you're finding out that somebody you love might have been dealing with letting the past go, especially if it was like a 6-year relationship and there was a baby and finances and they're standing upright in what they're doing and showing up with the open cup, but maybe not saying too much, they might be waiting for you to give them some kind of approval that it's okay to talk to you now, because I'm hearing that it's like, I thought this might have disqualified me. I'm hearing, especially if he's like some kind of single dad and you had your ideals on him or whatever. It's like he's been dealing with this situation, and I hear it's like she locks him out of the house is what she does, is what I'm hearing. And it's like it's been really weird for him to say he doesn't even have like a key to get in anymore because it's something she did, and it's like a weird thing. So you're gonna know if that's for you. It's a very specific message for somebody. And let's see why we need to stay optimistic about our love life here. Virgo. We got, well, stanza. It's an empty room. We've got militare. It's a guy taking off on a journey. And we have la costanza. This is somebody holding on and waiting. So, okay, for you that has been waiting for this guy, I'm hearing this is the single guy. He needed to figure out how to leave this home. He's like, he's alone, but there's like pictures everywhere. It's because she has still been there. And so there's like intimate communications and things that have been going on there that you did not know about. But I'm hearing he was like waiting to leave, and that militare, he might even have to be like single dad right now. I don't even know if he's going to get to take the kids with him, is what I'm hearing. Some of them might not, because of whatever this justice situation is that maybe they weren't able to talk about to you before. Maybe you didn't feel like you could, but the number 10 is showing up, so is the number 11. So some of y'all need to know there's 10 again. You've been holding on for a long time. I'm hearing 10 months, maybe 10 weeks, and I'm hearing it might be the month of 10. So we might be looking strongly upon whatever's supposed to happen in October, November, later this year. But I'm hearing you might have been waiting to hear back from him, and he might be like, okay, you know, I'm just blocked about this energy because of the situation. And I'm hearing for some of you, it's just like feeling a little depressed about maybe introducing you to the fact that he felt kind of homeless in his own house and not knowing what to do. And so you're going to know if that's for you, Virgo. Hope it was helpful. Let me know if I can do a reading with just your personal private energy. Hit me up at artoflove.me, artoflove.me, and I'd be happy to take a look with just your energy, and let me know what you think in the comments section. I'd love to hear how this resonated with you and whether or not it was a match, and always appreciate your thumbs up. So thanks for being here, and we'll catch you again. We'll be back for another one. Bye for now.
Promise that you'll catch me.